We made our way from Acadia National Park north and east to West Quoddy Head Lighthouse, and out past the lighthouse is the easternmost point in the contiguous mainland United States. So on our Alaska trip, we made it to both the southernmost point on the contiguous United States down in Key West and the northwesternest most point, which is in Neah Bay. So now we're excited to see the easternmost point on the contiguous US. So let's go check it out.
It is so chilly out here. It's really funny coming only like an hour and a half from Acadia National Park, where it was 85 degrees and bluebird skies, to this. And honestly, we only really got to the fog like 10 minutes before you get here. It's only on the coast. But our next stop is Canada. We are going to go across the border, and we're kind of taking a different way than what most people do from Maine, I think. But we'll show you.
Florida.
What's the purpose of your trip to Canada?
Exploring Nova Scotia, New Brunswick, and Prince Edward Island.
How long do you intend to stay?
Until about August 10th-ish. Yeah.
Any alcohol or tobacco in the vehicle?
We have 4 beers.
Carry a firearm or weapon?
No.
Cannabis or cannabis-related products?
Nope. Oh, thank you.
Fastest one yet.
Yep. We made it. We're in Canada, and we're actually somewhere that I've heard about before and then just randomly saw on the map, and that's what led us to this kind of secret crossing. So we crossed at Campobello crossing into Canada onto Campobello Island. It was a really tall bridge into the fog that was kind of fun and a little scary to cross. And the border crossing was simple. Just asked us the standard questions and then sent us on our way. So now we've made it to Roosevelt Campobello International Park, and it is special because it is a U.S. national park and a Canadian provincial park together into one kind of co-managed international park between the two countries, which is super fun because this is actually FDR's summer cottage, you know, just a quaint little cottage that he had here. So we're gonna go take a tour of it in 10 minutes and walk Carmen around a little bit and put her in the car so we can see what this cottage is all about.
The The Roosevelt cottage on Campobello Island was the Roosevelt summer home, purchased by Franklin's parents in 1883 and later given to Franklin and Eleanor as a wedding gift in 1908. It was here during a family vacation in 1921 that he was diagnosed with polio, but that didn't stop him. He went on to become governor of New York and eventually led the nation through the Great Depression and World War II as president. His New Deal programs created jobs and stabilized the economy. The SEC and FDIC restored faith in the banks, and the Social Security Act gave Americans a safety net for the first time. Not only that, Roosevelt was the first and only president to be elected to 4 terms. However, he was unable to finish his 4th term as he passed in April of 1945. In response to Roosevelt's 4 terms, the 22nd Amendment was ratified to formally limit all future presidents to 2 terms. And of course, we can't forget Eleanor Roosevelt, who redefined the role of First Lady, becoming a powerful advocate for civil rights, women's equality, and humanitarian causes. From this very cottage, she wrote many of her My Day columns, a daily feature where she shared her thoughts on politics and everyday life, inspiring millions of Americans with her words. Tour was amazing. It's actually really cool to see the collaboration between these 2 countries to upkeep this house. It's in great condition and the tour guides are so knowledgeable. So we highly recommend, if you want to come into Canada this way, to stop at the Roosevelt House. And now, you probably heard Jason say earlier that we took a bridge to an island. So how are we getting to mainland Canada? I will show you. This ferry, and this is actually the first ferry of 2 that we have to take to get to the mainland. Hey, did you know we made a tank treatment? It's called Tank Tune-Up, and it's a no-filler powder that breaks down waste, kills odors, and even cleans your tank sensors. Click the link in our description or find it on Amazon to get yours. All right, we're done with Ferry 1, and we actually have a second ferry to take because we are basically just on another island right now.
Yeah, this is Deer Island, and we came from Campobello Island. And so we drive about 20 miles north to the other side of Deer Island, and we're going to take the other ferry to the mainland in New Brunswick to a town called Letite, I think.
And let us know if we're pronouncing that correctly because we're having too much fun saying Letite. It to St. John's, New Brunswick, and we are lotdocking tonight. We found this place on iOverlander, and this fog is crazy. It's been a while since we've been in fog this thick before. There's supposed to be like a waterfall viewing over there, so maybe we'll get to see it tomorrow, maybe not. It all depends if it's gonna clear up or not.
It's called reversing falls too, so I feel like it's supposed to change depending on which way the tide is going.
Interesting. Well, we'll see. We're the only ones here, and I feel like that always gets me like a little sketched out when you do lot docking or overnighting in different places, but we are allowed to be here. So unless we get a knock on the door tonight, I think we're gonna be okay. And it is pretty late already. I know it still looks really bright out, but it's almost 9 p.m. So I think we're just gonna have a quick dinner, crash out, and get up early in the morning and see what we can see, but then hit the road too. Because there's nothing else we wanna see here, right?
Right. I think it's just reversing falls if it's clear enough to see it.
Yeah.
Other than that, it's continue north.
Yes, hoping to make it to some of Canada's beautiful national parks. And they obviously have just as many mosquitoes as Maine did.